Hello there, Kathryn Bryant here from brilliantliving.hq.com. And today, as you can see, I am sitting in my car. And I thought I would share with you a bit of my story, a bit of the story of how I came to be doing what I'm doing, even how I came to be doing this video today, I suppose, in a way. But a while ago, 2 or 3 years ago now, I was working for a government agency, and I was working in education and skills, which was like working on things like apprenticeship policy, funding policy, education policy, particularly for 16 to 19-year-olds or 14 to 19-year-olds. And it had been a really good job. I mean, it was a well-paid job, and it was challenging, but it was very rewarding. And gradually I was finding that the good bits of the job were becoming less and less, and the frustrating bits of the job were becoming more and more. But then one day it came to a bit of a head, really, and I had a sort of realization, and I was sitting in my car and I was stuck in traffic. And I'd just driven a long way to our national office, which was in Coventry. And for me, that was like a 156-mile journey. I remember it well, the exact mileage. And, you know, I was driving, had to leave home really early, really early in the morning, excuse me, to get there. And I was sort of getting towards there, and I was on the motorway on the M6. And then up ahead of me, I could see in the distance all these red lights. And they were actually glinting in the distance because it was a really grey, drizzly morning. And it was actually quite a miserable day. And I saw these red tail lights ahead of me, and I thought, oh no, it's a traffic jam, you know. And on the M6, you get quite a few of those. Or you can do anyway, coming into the major sort of cities in the country. And my heart really sank because I'd already driven probably the best part of 2.5 hours to get there. I had a meeting that was happening, and it was about to start, and it was a really important meeting where we were being given some very important information about our futures and about the reorganisations that were happening and new policies that were coming in and all sorts of things like that. So I really wanted to be there. I wanted to be there for me, and I wanted to be there so I could report back to my staff after the meeting. And, you know, my heart just sank, and there was absolutely nothing I could do. So I sat there in this traffic jam, feeling totally frustrated, absolutely seething, that I was like almost shouting at the cars up in front of me to, like, every time there was a little gap, to move quicker. And I just thought, what am I doing? Why am I spending my life driving around the country so much? Why am I getting so worked up about a traffic jam and a meeting? And is this what I actually want to be doing for the rest of my life? And although I didn't actually come to this conclusion on that day, over the course of the next few months, I came to realise that no, it wasn't what I wanted to be doing with my life. And although there were loads of really good things about my job, and especially the people I worked with, actually, if I really was totally honest with myself, why was I doing it? Okay, it was useful. I was helping people. I was performing a useful function, although I was feeling that I was becoming less hands-on and less useful as it became more a matter of sort of dealing with numbers rather than people. But so I suppose that element was reducing for me, the sort of immediacy of seeing the results of what you do. But it was still a good job, but ultimately it wasn't actually the job I wanted to be doing. And I thought, do you know what? I am actually going to do something about this. I am going to change my life. And I'm going to change my life, not my whole life. I'm going to change the work that I do, and I'm going to do something that I want to do something that gives me more of the freedom I was longing for, absolutely longing for more freedom. Because even though I liked my job, I still had that Sunday night feeling, you know, the one where you sort of starts in your stomach and you just think, wow, I'm having such a brilliant weekend. And then you get this like sinking feeling in your stomach or in your heart, and you think, okay, I've got to gear up tomorrow again and get off, get in the car, drive somewhere, probably a long way away, have some meetings. And I didn't want to feel like that. I wanted to get to Sunday evening and think, Sunday evening, no different to any other evening really. And I wanted to do something where I could feel more energized and feel more creative. And I just wanted that more freedom, more creativity, more flexibility in my life. I mean, I had a very good employer in the government. It was a very good employer and I had a lot of flexibility, but ultimately I didn't decide my own destiny. And that's what I wanted to do. And so that's what I did. And when an opportunity came up quite soon after that to take a bit of a deal to get out, that's exactly what I did, and set up with Julian brilliantliving.hq.com and started developing all the stuff around mind management. And I've written my Changeability, Manage Your Mind, Change Your Life book, started the Changeability podcast. And okay, it's not easy and it's very hard work, and it's not necessarily less hours work, but it is very different and it is great. And I feel that I'm in charge of what I'm doing, as far as anyone can ever be in charge of anything they're doing. And I'm really excited at all the opportunities ahead. I'm excited at the potential opportunities, the things that I don't even know yet what might happen. So every day is something different, and I've loved learning so many new things. It's been totally exhilarating. This sort of entrepreneurial journey of working for yourself is a real roller coaster. One day you're up, then you're down, then you're up, then you're down, but it's never dull, and I'm loving it. So I just thought I'd share that bit of my story with you, because if you're feeling like you're a bit stuck in what you're doing, or that you want to change something in your life, and it doesn't have to be your job, it could be something more about you as a person or about your relationships, then you can change. And in the Changeability book, I talk about a framework of things you can do, of all these different mind management techniques you can do to help you make changes in your life. And they're all things that I've done myself. Every single one of those techniques are things that I have used to change my life, and I continue to use to make my life better and to help me be more productive and do the things that I want. So why don't you check it out? You can buy it on Kindle or on Amazon as a paperback or a Kindle version. Very reasonable. Nothing really for changing your life. So why don't you check it out and come over to our website at brilliantliving.hq.com and look at some of the little products we've got that can also help you change your life. And of course, listen to the Changeability podcast, available on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and TuneIn, and also on our website. So I hope you've enjoyed hearing something about my story, and I look forward to getting to know you and hearing something about your story. Bye for now.